Hello everyone. While I was out yesterday, I went to my local craft store to get some things I needed for the next project that I'm going to be working on, and that's when I found a lot of these really cute pins. This one has ear on it and it says Stay Golden. And I really like the way that one looks. I like to get pins to embellish my clothes and for other projects. Here is Kirby, my favorite character to use in Super Smash Bros. And I really love Lilo and Stitch. And this one actually came with the pairing of the girl Leo and Stitch. And I always thought her character design was cute. I mean, like her little head danglies look like little ponytails. It's so cute. I also got this one that I think is so perfect for me, because if you've watched any of my other mushrooms, my other videos, you'll see that I use not only a lot of mushrooms, but also potion bottles. And then for the last one, I really liked, especially right now while I'm really struggling with my health, because it's just been so hard to think. This says Speak Your Mind, which I've really been trying to do lately. I just have been not only confused, but kind of forgetting a lot of the things I do, so that makes it a little difficult to work on things. But as cute as the pins are that I got, I actually left behind a lot of really cute ones, not just to save money or get later, but because I think that I could make a version of them, maybe one that's even better. Another pin that I was thinking about getting myself was a little butterfly. Half of it was white and half of it was black. And the black side had stars and night sky themes, and the white side had the sun and sun rays on it. And I really like those kind of designs where it's half and half. I also knew at home that I had these little butterflies in this mold that was roughly the same size, and luckily Bram didn't chew through this more, my young puppy, because it would have ruined the small butterfly mold, which is my favorite option on here. He took a pretty good chomp out of the corner there, which means I can't make any more of these unless I do 2 of these, which is a bummer, but I still got the small ones, so I'm gonna use these for the pin. I don't have any kind of pin, the mechanical parts, the pointy pin in the backing on it, but I just figured I'll finagle something. And then at first I was thinking I would just dye these little butterflies, and just with clear UV resin that I would paint on after. But recently I got some of these alcohol inks that I really got because it said that it was compatible with UV resin, but I didn't believe it. So I got this black that I've already used several times, and my brain was just like, there's no way that this is gonna work, because how can it possibly cure if it's black? So I haven't had an opportunity to have black resin in a while, and I eyed this white one when I first went there, but I already was suspicious of the black one, so I didn't want to try multiple. I wasn't sure if it were gonna work, but since the black one actually works really well, I figured I'll try this white one. Not sure how I'm gonna pour it in to keep the two separate. I'm hoping I can just do one side and then the other, but we might need to do a little experimenting. I think ideally I'd like to have both mixed and ready, but I only have one silicone mixing cup, so I'll just kind of see how it goes. Starting with adding my clear UV resin. It's just tiny butterflies, so I shouldn't need much. It's about half a butterfly's worth. The thing is, working with such little resin, I have to make sure I don't get too many drops. I'm gonna try my best for only one. Aha! Yeah, that's plenty. Part of me was like, I'm wearing one of my nicer white dresses. Maybe I should change before working with black dye, but I'm just gonna try for it because I am too tired to change. Too tired to do a lot of things that I care about, so hoping I have the energy to make myself a little butterfly. I just have been feeling confused kind of for a long time now, which has been really hard, but lately it's been getting a lot worse, which is not exactly a fun way to feel. Alright, my UV light reaches my mold. I think for the first try, I'm just gonna pour it in and hope it stays on one side long enough for it to cure, but let's see. Do a little experiment in here. I don't know why I'm trying something new while I'm so exhausted, but I just am excited to see if I can pull this off. I think I'm gonna try to make two just in case one side doesn't work out for whatever reason. Just gonna pour this in real slow. I don't know if anyone else has this experience, but sometimes when I'm working with UV resin, it's just like a very thin line, like suddenly it'll go like, pachoo, like it suddenly is getting magnetized and pulled somewhere else. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that with their resin, but let me know, because when I first saw it, I was really surprised. Like, it was a nice clear drip, everything was going fine, and all of a sudden, it just like took a new direction. It almost looked like it was magnetized. I don't know if that's a UV resin thing or a Colorado thing, so let me know, because I'm curious why my UV resin just takes flight when the string gets real thin. So shockingly, I got the UV resin to stay on one side. I have a bit of space left in the middle, but I think that will work for the best, so I can color the actual line of the butterfly if I want. And I think I am going to do the other side, even though this one worked out, just so I can get all of my black out before mixing in my whites. I haven't really had the energy for doing much editing, so I'm not sure if this is just gonna be one take or a multiple part episode. It all depends on if I can last long enough to see it through till the end tonight, but we'll see. I have to block my dress as I pour it just so it doesn't fitchy somewhere it's not supposed to go. Okay, that should be plenty. It's already spreading, so whew. I'm glad I gave the black a try because it is really pretty. I liked a lot of the things I've made with it. Got a little bit of the black left, so I'm trying to think of what I could do with it. Even though it's just a small amount. Looking around for something to add black to. Well, pardon my reach here. Some things I like to also try out when I have a little bit of resin left over is adding a little sparkle to make some blobbies. And it sounds like a nice experiment. Little experimenting in the middle of a different project. It's just been hard to focus. It's just the way things are for me for now. Wasn't sure if I'd even see the sparkles. I think that actually is gonna look really pretty, and who knows, maybe I'll add these little blobbies to the design. There was also a lot of gold details on the butterfly wings, and I have a few different options for adding gold on. I have a little bit of gold paint left from a different project. I have gold paint markers and Sharpies. But I also have a lot of new glitter from all the sales at Joann's. And I thought it would be really pretty to add some kind of blue details onto the butterfly, and then put a little gold sparkles on top. I can actually see the sparkles really well in my cup. So I'm trying to see how many I can make. I like to add enough that it looks nice and beveled. So it's not just flat. Because why not? Has been the main thought of my very tired brain. Why not? I just wish I wasn't feeling so exhausted all the time. I've really been kind of passing out randomly, which has been kind of scary, and I've talked to my doctor about it, and we're making plans to see specialists or get the meds that I need for whatever's going on. It's making things a lot harder in general, but there's just been a lot of hard things going on lately, and if I at least had my brain to help me get through it, that would be something. But just feeling so brain dead, so any small amount of struggle or difficulties has just really been shutting me down lately. Even the smallest art mishap just felt really devastating, just with the little amount of energy that I have. I just don't want to have to keep managing it. So I just want my actual energy. Like, I just want to get to utilize my strengths. That I have many strengths, but I just have been feeling so weak lately. It's pretty hard to feel strong through it all. But I got all the dollops that I could. Ooh, sometimes that pops off. Sorry to any headphone users. I want my blobbies here. Just like my resin is cured. I'm almost tempted to pop it off and look at it, but I better keep that seal for the white. And after doing my little bobbies, it's time for me to cure my what's left in my cup so that I can pull it all out and put my white color in. I'll wash off my fork. Oh, got enough for another dollop, little bonus dollop. I know it's like I really don't need to worry about literally the last drop of my resin, but I like to not waste as much as I can, and I just genuinely enjoy doing it. It's just a nice slow process, and a lot of the things that I add my blobbies to I end up really liking. Including all my different rings. I think that's just like what works the best for something like this, because when I add a little glitter in there, little sparkles, it really just helps it kind of shine in a way that a gem or a diamond would be the thing that is kind of the focal part of the ring. I have many, many, many blobbies. So if I ever get around to fundraising for a accessible car, because I've been sorry about that. Again, I would edit it out normally, but I'm just too tired, you guys. Sorry for the flip there. And a long episode of me just ranting. I've just been so exhausted. It's hard not to talk about, honestly. Just really frustrated with how things have been going on with my health. I've just been struggling with these same conditions for a very long while now, and it's just really starting to get to me. Just having a really hard time feeling motivated and hopeful. It's just really hard to feel optimistic, because this time last year I was in the hospital for major lung surgery for certain conditions and symptoms that I've been feeling recently, and I just really had hoped that in a year's time that my health would be doing better than what sent me to the hospital. I just really want some answers. I just really want to know what's going on with my health. Not knowing is just really painful. I had to deal with all these symptoms, but I knew what was going on, then that would make things a lot easier to manage. But I don't. And I'm probably gonna have to, in all honesty, wash my cup and take a break, because I can feel that I'm getting really winded. So, thanks for listening. Sorry for another rant video where I barely do any art. I'm just feeling really weak. So, thanks everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks everyone.